Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for helping us grow the channel. And always comment below. Let us know what you think. On this one right here, I'm going to forewarn you. It's all rumors and theories right here. All rumors and theories, things we're hearing, things we're seeing, and, come up with our own ideas. For this one, we're talking about Gervonta Tank Davis potentially taking on Teofimo Lopez this year, as well as Shakur Stevenson. One or the other is going to happen because Tank ain't never fought 3 times in a year, so it'll be one of them too. But the rumor has it will be one of them. There's been some back and forth between Tank and Teofimo throughout this last couple weeks, especially with Teofimo dropping the pretty funny Instagram story where he appeared homeless and he had a little white dog on him, and he was calling it Tank and holding him and begging for change, right? And then of course, Tank and company respond back saying it's one of the saddest clout chasing moments that they've ever seen in their life. And then they trade a little bit more back and forth. Usually this starts up when a fight is brewing and a situation starts to happen, similar to what Tank and Ryan Garcia did right before they fought in 2023. Minor things like that, back and forth, poking fun with pictures, and then eventually it got really quiet, and then a fight was made. Why are we bringing this up with Teofimo Lopez, right? These two, they always jab here and there, but in this case, Teofimo went out of his way to actually make a full production little video, and actually to be continued video, mocking that of Tank Davis, and then just mocking others themselves, saying that he's on his downfall and is going broke with his deal over there with Top Rank. This is big because, A, that type of thing is rarely ever done to poke so much fun, but more importantly, Teofimo's been hitting that he's about to be on his way out of his Top Rank deal, and it's getting very close. Well, guess who else is fighting right here? Tank Davis, fighting in March, is about to be available for later this year, about the same time frame that Teofimo Lopez is rumored to be available outside of his deal from Top Rank once he buys out of his situation. Well, who would love to take Teofimo Lopez? PBC. But does PBC have the money and the budget to bring over a Teofimo Lopez just for a Tank Davis fight? Especially with the stable being as low as it is right now, with Tank having to fight Lamont Roach. Well, if PBC happens to lose Canelo Alvarez to the Riyadh season in the zone, then I think there will be plenty of budget over there to bring over Teofimo Lopez to get that fight going. But really, we're not bringing this up because we're not leaning towards Tank and Teo fighting on PBC. It's because what just happened a couple of days ago with Teo sitting down with Turki Al-Sheikh, them bringing up the names who Teo would love to fight, as well as some others out there, with Canelo being rumored to possibly get that Crawford fight brewing with some other names, and then Ryan Garcia himself coming over to get some fights going. Tank has already been talking about fighting Ryan Garcia the second time, or Teo, and even Shakur. We know one thing for sure: Turki Al-Sheikh's got the money and the backing to make these fights happen. Gervonta Tank Davis seems to be a little unhappy with his situation over at PBC, but he is loyal. But he is wanting the bread and wanting the bag, and I think he feels Teofimo Lopez is nothing on his level and would be willing to step out with GTD Promotions for a one-off fight deal collaboration with PBC and Turki Al-Sheikh. That's why we believe with the new structure that's coming up, the buyout for Teofimo Lopez out of his rank with Top Rank, he will go over with the zone and a Riyadh season with Turki Al-Sheikh, get that new deal, because that's who honestly I think has the backing that could get him out of his deal from Top Rank to take on Gervonta the Tank Davis. And then eventually we'll see later this year, honestly around between August and October, a matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis, collaboration deal with the PBC, who I would love to just go ahead and move over to the zone, but we'll see, and actually have that fight go down this year with Teofimo and Gervonta Tank Davis already building it up, already hyping it up on social media, and it's an easy burner. Now, Ryan Garcia obviously threw his name in there as well, and Gervonta Tank Davis mentioned him as well, but right now I think Ryan Garcia is going to get a light touch-up to come back here probably in May and June when his suspension is up in April. And then get that Devin Haney smoke, that rematch later this year, because that will be the biggest fight in boxing this year, unless we can get that Canelo-Terrence Crawford fight going. Devin's already agreed that he wants that smoke. He wants to get it back. And then Ryan, he's always just being Ryan and open to do anything. Honestly, I think Turkey's going to want to see that happen before he sees a Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, which leads us to the third candidate, Shakur Stevenson. Now, I'm be upfront with you. This is probably the least of my favorite fights I want to see. I would rather see Tank Davis take on Teofimo Lopez. I think they both are great counterpunchers, both pack a punch, and either one of them can put either one out. I think Tank Davis' chin is a little bit better than Teofimo Lopez. It hasn't been cracked. Obviously, he hasn't been down in his career yet. And I honestly picked Gervonta Tank Davis to win that fight with Teofimo Lopez, but I think it would be a hell of a fight. Great action, great promotion. They both can talk. They both charismatic, and both will bring their A game, and both will bring an entertainment value that would be unmatched, and honestly could be the hidden gem of this year, and probably be one of the biggest fight events that we weren't planning to see. But moving on to Shakur, at the Ring Magazine conference that they just had a couple days ago, stating that Tank Davis shouldn't retire, and he'd be soft if he retired before fighting him, and that he's open to fight him, and told Turkey to set that fight up and let's get it going. We shall see on that. Shakur does a lot of talking and a lot of moving around, just like he does in the ring. But I do believe in this situation that he's in with them over at the Riyadh season, Turki Al-Sheikh in the zone. I think he has no choice but to fight the big names. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis will be one of those names. I think Tank Davis for sure, they're already both in the 135 pound division. Doesn't have to move up, to take on the likes of Teofimo or Ryan Garcia. It's easy work for Tank Davis. They both have classic history of, dissing each other, and they both saying they sparred each other, who got the best of who. And it's just an easier fight to make with less danger in the eyes of Gervonta Tank Davis. It's really up to if Shakur, who now saying he will do it, will take that fight. Now, honestly, I think it'll be a boring fight. I think Shakur is just too fragile to take on the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't mean fragile, I'm talking about his hands. I don't think he'll have the offense there. I think he'll move around, show defense, and really not engage and try to just win straight on points and just straight movement. That's it. And Tank, although can cut off the ring, great boxer himself, he is a heavily dependent on counter punching and figuring out his opponent. He's not a stalker unless he has you hurt or you're a slow mover. With that said, it's just a recipe for a terrible event. I think it would have some momentum early. They both can talk just the same way Tank and Teo can talk. But the product that will come out of that just doesn't entice me at all. But these are the three things that came out of this week's, Ring Magazine talks, social media posts. And as we're building up and you're starting to look at the landscape, start looking at the environment here in boxing, especially at the lighter weight divisions, a lot of those guys are becoming open. And even though Gervonta Tank Davis is still in the PBC, seeing their situation that they're in over there, honestly, and how they've been offering up their other fighters as independent contractors. Gervonta Tank Davis is his own man, got his own company, and honestly, I could see him in the same situations of like Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, Marios Barrios, and so on, who have gotten these independent contracts and dealings, who have fought on the zone, have fought on Riyadh season. And honestly, this is the time. The environment is lined up. The stars are right. Teofimo Lopez is about to get out his contract, move on over. He's already enticed, Tank with some good production over there on that Instagram post, and Tank bid on it And honestly, that's the primary one we would like to see. The most realistic fight, honestly, I think we can see this year between these three young stars. And rumor has it that is actually the one that they're trying to plan to make happen this year, later this year. Obviously, at Teofimo a touch in before then, but later this year, 2025, we should see Tank Davis take on one of them. One of those three opponents this year, and it'll probably be over in the Riyadh season underneath Turki Al-Sheikh. Again, all rumors, theories, concerns. Let us know what you think. Who you think Tank Davis is going to fight this year and get it on to make a blockbuster pay-per-view event? Will it be Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, or Shakur Stevenson? Anyway, it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A Podcast. Comment below. Let us know what you think. Hit that like button and always subscribe. Till the next time. Peace.